Hello buddies, StarCraft here again for some more Iron Squid 2 action, and this time it is going to be game 2 between MKP, spawning as the yellow Terran down here in the bottom left, and in the top right, in the right hand corner it is Brown, spawning as the contradictory turquoise Protoss here. And these are the same colors as game 1, so I don't know if Brown, he just likes his turquoise, man. Despite what his name says. So I don't know what that says about Brown's character, going against his name there. I don't know. You guys conjure up your own opinions, and I'm not really making much sense now, so I'm just going to talk a little bit about these players. MKP, he is a total cutie woody. I gotta say, man, in my opinion, the most stylish StarCraft 2 player out there, as if you guys have seen his interviews, he is always racking the sweet ass gear, and the comments, man, always like, oh my god, where can I get that hoodie that MKP was wearing? And yeah, so he's a total cutie in a completely non-homo way. I mean, if I was homosexual, I would say MKP, man. He would be the man for me, as we could just play twos all day long in threes, and I could just, you know, DT rush, which is totally what I do in twos and threes anyway, and I wouldn't get completely owned because I'd have MKP have my back, man. That'd be awesome. But right now we do see MKP getting that gas after Rax, which is what he did last game when he went for an all base, one base all in kind of early Marine push. So yeah, definitely check out that game to see how that worked out. And I'm probably going to spoiler alert it for you. That doesn't really make sense grammatically, but I'm going to spoil that for you. So check that out, as what we saw was MKP going for that early aggression, not getting out that expansion, unlike Brown, who went really standard. Had a lot of sentries though, and on a Hana, it's quite handy to have those sentries to force field that ramp to hold off any early aggression. That is exactly what Brown did, and then MKP just kind of fell too far behind. He's gonna tech lab this time on the barracks, so that's kind of more standard thing. Last time he got a reactor because he wanted to go for that early Marine push. So we'll see what if he's going for like some sort of 1-1-1 here, or if he is going to get up his expansion, because usually when you see that gas so early, if you are going to be fast expanding, but he's probably just going to go ahead and fast expand anyway and prove me completely wrong. He's probably going to do some scouting, does manage to get past that Marine, sees the tech lab, sees the gas, so his job is pretty much done. He's just going to go ahead and die now, as his life was indeed for ire. Goodbye, probe. Goodbye. Bam! And he is dead indeed. What's going on in Camp Browntown? Looks like he's getting out that sentry again, so that's kind of a defensive move there, as it does enable you to use those force fields defensively, chroning out that warp gate. Pretty standard stuff here. Brown doesn't like to get out the early zealot, which is something I've noticed, and instead saving those minerals to get maybe an earlier warp gate and earlier expansion, but instead gets the stalker, which I gotta say in PvT is actually pretty good, because stalkers are so much more useful against Marines and Zealots, which you can kind of micro your head off. And the Reapers are going to be on the way for MKP, so he's definitely mixed up this game, although Brown knows exactly what's going on now. This Reaper isn't going to engage right now. We'll see. Looks like he just decided to make one Reaper there, and then is going to be getting out his CC as well as double barracks, so that's what he wanted that early gas for. But that Reaper only really got one worker kill there, so we'll see if it forces an overreaction from Brown, who right now is just going for his same one gate robo expand. So I guess not, but cool thing about that Reaper is you can use it to take the watchtowers and maybe pop into the base later, do some scouting, so it's still useful to get that out. Stimpack on the way, as well as the one attack. Brown still with no upgrades. Brown didn't get upgrades at all in that last game despite winning, so we'll see if he's a player who doesn't like the double forge. I gotta say, I'm a fan of the double forge because it gives you something to spend that chrono on. and it you know, upgrades in PvT are pretty damn handy. But here we go, the Reaper is going to jump on in and have some harassment. This pylon's nicely placed though to spot it early on, but we'll see how many worker kills MKP can get right now. One worker goes down. These probes going to be start getting greater. The tickle cannons, oh, they got it. Oh, they do tickle that Reaper to death. But 2 worker kills, I guess that kind of makes it pay for itself. The Observer going to be going out for Mr. Brown Town and a bunker, double bunker. So MKP, he's feeling a little bit nervous. He doesn't know the expansion is up for Brown, who is now getting on those additional warp gates, getting out a pretty early robotics bay here. So I guess he's kind of assuming that MKP is going to be going bio, which indeed he is, as that is the most common thing you see. What did I just click? What did I do? As this Observer is going to go in and scout those additional barracks and just confirm that, you know, MKP is going bio, does have his expansion, does have those double barracks, getting up his 3rd gas, as well as more supply depots. Who would have thought he's getting more supply depots? Already has an engineering barrack. That was, yeah, engineering barrack getting up that 1 armor. I think he's already got the 1 attack. Colossus being chronoed out for Mr. Brown. I still think MKP has not scouted. Yeah, man, he is completely in the dark. I guess MKP doesn't scout too much in general. I mean, he's going to be setting this factory out now, so kind of contradicting what I said, but he doesn't scout too much in the early game. I guess he's pretty confident with his bio play to go up against pretty much anything Brown can throw at him. And if we look at the worker supply, it's pretty damn even. Brown's army supply is a bit behind, but he did take up to Colossus pretty early. He does have that forward to get in that ground attack. Ground defense. What am I saying? Ground armor level 1. My bad. NKP, he's going to be pushing out with these Marines. His army supply is quite a bit ahead. Although this Colossus is going to start working the splash damage. Force field's going down. Does trap quite a few Marines, but at what cost? With 5 force fields being used there. Very nicely placed force fields though, I gotta say. Although these sentries are going to be... Oh no, they still got a fair amount of energy here. So you did get them early on, as that's kind of what is super useful, getting those sentries early on. And why he gets it right off that first Stalker. This really wants to take out these rocks here, MKP, so he can get... You know, because you don't want to be engaging Protoss in a choke point. And he does have quite a lot of Marines here, so this is what you sometimes see from Terran plays with this 10-minute Medivac Marine push. I feel like Brown has enough to deal with it here, as Colossus so good against Marines. Stimford to try and get it there. Oh, he's got to be very careful microing that Colossus. Is going to get taken out. That would be absolutely huge. I feel like if that Colossus got taken out, he wouldn't have really too much to hold us off. Oh, it does get taken out. And he may have to sacrifice his expansion here. Does pull the probes off of the line here. And is going to back up and start force fielding that ramp. Oh no, the sentries all got taken out. Another Colossus is here though. And you don't want to engage Protoss in a choke point. But there are a lot of medivacs here with a lot of energy heating up these Marines. Even a mule getting on in this action. Brown forced to pull his probes. Ooh, nice little surround there with the probes. And the GG from Brown so early on. Had another Colossus going on. MKP, I guess he had a way much higher supply. Was kind of streaming in with heaps of reinforcements. But I feel like maybe it wasn't a premature GG. But MKP going for a classic 10-minute timing push with those Marine Medivac. And it working out. So I guess that's what happens if you take up to Colossus too quickly and don't have enough of an army supply. So Protoss players, take note. Although I guess you're probably not going to be... playing up against someone of MKP standard, unless you know you're in GM or whatever. But yeah, pretty sweet game. It is tied up 1-1 now, so that's always fun diddly. So I'll go ahead and cast the 3rd game, see what happens. Is MKP going to take it, or is the fairly unknown player, Mr. Brown, going to go ahead in this series? We shall see. Subscribe if you dug this game, and I will see you guys later.